Good morning, class 8 students. Today I am going to continue the second video on resource. In the last video, I have uploaded regarding classification of resources through a chart I have discussed with you. Today, I will discuss about the conservation of resource. Continuing with this chapter, I hope so you have seen the video and you have understood. If you have not understood the video, then do feel free asking me the question whenever it is necessary for you. Here in conservation of resource, firstly we need to know about the concept of conservation of resource. Conservation of resource does not means that not using the resource, stopping the resource and saving it for future use. This is not the meaning of conservation of resource. You see, all the resource should be used wisely. How much we require, to what extent we need to use the resource wisely. Not only we need to assess resource, we should also preserve and protect them so that we will not waste the resource. Nowadays, people are unaware. Most of the people, basically the uneducated sections, are unaware of the use of resource, and they are deliberately wasting the resource by various means. Suppose they are running the car, a single person driving a car alone for a short distance. He can go by bus or he can opt for a two-wheeler or rickshaw for a short distance, but he is going by the car, wasting fuel. So the wise use of resource by avoiding misuse. So we no need to misuse. By avoiding misuse is known as conservation of resources. If we stop misusing, that unused resource, that saved resource, can be used for future a bit longer. Suppose petroleum we are using in the near up to 4 decades or 5 decades near future, petroleum would be going to extinct. But if we are using petroleum decently, by wasting in it, by not misusing, then we can extend the lasting of the resource, lasting of petroleum, up to more than 100 years. So in that regard we are wasting. Suppose, as for example, think that you are having your mobile phone. To recharge your mobile, you have good electricity at your home, you are using the mobile phone and you are using the mobile charger to charge the mobile. When the battery goes down, you are using the mobile, you recharge the mobile and you again use it. Consecutively you are doing so. But think that from the morning time, it is says that there will be no electricity and you will not be able to recharge your mobile phone. So what will happen? You will conserve the battery by using the mobile to what extent you need. You will do the essential things in the mobile and you will avoid unnecessary use of your phones. So this is conservation of resource. Think in your own mind and you will understand the conservation of resource. Economic development, that is over the few decades, last few decades, which led to a greater wealth, and hence there has been a rise in consumption level. It is seen that a country when consume lots of resources, more resources than the country is developed, economical development is there. Increased population and the rising demand for material goods and comfort has already caused depletion and degradation. For our own comfort and conveniences, we are using the resource, more and more resources for our comfort and convenience, and this leads to depletion. Depletion means going extinct. Resources are diminishing and also it is degrading. The quality of the resource is going down and down. Of many valuable resources, these valuable resources are going down and down. The value, the quality of the resources. If you see the examples of petroleum and coal, both are called fossil fuels. Human beings are using fossil fuels at an alarming rate. Yes, we are using fossil fuels alarming rate. In a bike, we are using petrol. Okay, thermal power station are using coal for generating electricity. As per prediction by scientists and research agencies, fossil fuels would be exhausted completely in about 150 years time. That is, within 150 years of time, fossil fuels will be exhausted. So if it is going to exhausted, then what shall we do in near future? You see, by 150 years, definitely we are not going to live by 150 years. Suppose extraordinary person may live for 150 years, not myself. But after 150 years, we are not thinking, we are not going to live for 150 years. So what we should take care? We no need to take care. So this is the thing that we no need to take care. But after 150 years, think about in near future, what will happen? So we need to search for alternative resources. So before, there are already alternative resources like electricity, thermal power, electricity, geothermal power, wind energy, nuclear energy, solar energy. So, but what are these? These are way too expensive in assessing this kind of resource, and this is not conventional. It is quite difficult in assess. Suppose from today onwards you stop using electricity coming from the grid, and you mount your solar panel in your home, and to recharge your battery you put some batteries, okay, to work for overnight, because during the night time there is no solar energy. So what will be the cost? Every 10 years you have to rejuvenate your battery pack. So it will cost you money. So better we need to extend the use of resource, and as we need to extend the use of resource, we need to conserve the resource. Next, how should we conserve? There are many methods of conserving the resource. As I have already mentioned with an example, that using less and less by not wasting excessive resources, and what we need, use only that. So next, the last part of this lesson is sustainable development of resources. What is sustainable development? That means we need to develop by sustaining. Okay, development is the use of resource and available technology to bring about an increase in the living standard and quality of life. Development means when my standard of living and quality of life is increased, is developed, it is called as development. Sustainable development is progress without causing damage to the environment. Sustain, that means we need to sustain in near future. The resources need to be sustained in near future, and also we need development. So it is sustainable development, and without causing damage to the environment, we need to adopt certain criteria, adopt certain method in using the resources, that we can use less and less resources. It is development that meets the need of the present without causing damage to the environment. Now understood? Without damaging the environment, we should meet the needs of the present. We are using the resources by harming the environment. Almost each and every activity, industrial setups, use of petroleum, mining, these are all harming the environment. If we meet the needs at present and without harming the environment, it is sustainable development. But we are engaged in not in sustainable one. We are engaged in only development, economical development. The future of our planet, that is our earth, is on our ability to conserve our resources. We need to conserve our resources by avoiding further damage to the environment, and to preserve that vast diversity on earth. In the interest of sustainable development, it is important that we take steps for using resource judiciously. So there are points in page number 98 you need to learn properly. That is Sustainable development involves, among other things, and there are 4 points. Those 4 points are preventing wastage of resources, preventing pollution, recycling reusable resources, preventing the biological diversity on earth. So this is the video. You try to understand, watch this video over and over so that you can understand. If you don't understand in any part of the point, then you ask me. Feel free to ask me. Now I need to give you homework. Your homework is from page number 99. It is number 4. Answer the following question in brief. There are 5 questions, A, B, C, D, E. Is electricity a resource? What is natural resource? Write about renewable resources. What do you know about human-made resources? Give examples of exhaustible resources. You do write the answers in your copy, in your class copy, and show it to me by sending it in the group next day, and only in the period which one is allotted at my time, at social period. You follow the routine, and it is necessary. With the routine, you send your homework. Thank you.